Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to strip away all the crazy noise of the global market and look at something truly fundamental. We are talking about the circular flow of income in a two-sector model completely devoid of savings and investment. Basically, we're building a theoretical economy totally from scratch to reveal the brilliant underlying mechanics of how capital actually circulates. Let's dive in.
To really visualize this pure circuit, I want you to think of the entire model like an endless high-speed game of catch between two players. Player A throws physical labor to player B and catches cash in return. Then, player A immediately throws that exact same cash right back to buy, say, pizzas from player B. The cash just loops continuously. Not a single coin ever leaves the field. It's the absolute perfect mental model for what we're unpacking today.
So who exactly are our two players? Well, in this ultra-simplified economy, we only have two actors, households and firms. And honestly, this brilliantly highlights the basic divide in literally any economy. On one side, we've got households. They are the absolute owners of all the factors of production. We're talking land, labor, capital, even entrepreneurship. They own it all. On the flip side, we have the firms. These are the production units. They don't actually own the resources inherently. Instead, they have to hire or buy those factor services from the households just to produce anything at all.
Now, for this endless game of catch to actually work, we've got to lay down some ground rules, our core assumptions. First, it's a completely closed economy. That means zero government interference, so no taxes and no public spending. Second, absolutely no foreign trade, none. And finally, the real linchpin of today's explainer, zero savings. Households spend every single penny they make. Nothing gets stuffed under the mattress.
Section 1. The real flow, the physical game of catch.
Notice the solid outer arrows of our circuit here representing the real flow. Up top, factor services, labor, land, capital, flow from households over to firms. This is basically player A throwing their physical resources to the business sector. In return, look at the bottom loop. Firms use all those inputs to manufacture stuff, sending a steady stream of finished pizzas, cars, and haircuts right back to the households. It is a purely physical exchange.
Section 2. The money flow. Keeping the score.
Now, focus on the dashed inner arrows. This is the money flow. See, when households supply their labor, firms obviously have to compensate them. So in that upper inner loop, money flows from firms to households in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profits. And because of our strict zero savings rule, households take that exact income and immediately spend all of it. So in the lower inner loop, payments for those goods flow right back to the firms. The capital just continuously loops round and round. What's really crucial here is that this money flow happens in a highly precise, unstoppable four-step sequence. Step 1, firms pay out money factor incomes, like rent and wages. Step 2, households receive that exact amount of cash. Step 3, because there are absolutely no savings to act as a leakage, households spend their entire income on goods. And step 4, firms receive that exact cash right back as revenue, which means they can pay wages all over again tomorrow. Every single dollar bill is just continuously running this four-step track.
Section 3. The final scoreboard, the three core identities.
Okay, I know these three identities look like separate, complicated ideas to memorize, but they aren't. They're actually just three mirrors reflecting the exact same perfect loop. Identity 1 tells us that total production by firms exactly equals total consumption by households. Everything made is bought. Identity 2 says factor incomes received equal factor payments made. Every dollar paid out is a dollar earned. And Identity 3? It shows the total income of the firm perfectly equals the expenditure of the households. In this pure circuit, these statements are undeniable mathematical truths. So, we built a flawless perpetual motion machine, right? The income flow never drops, and it never grows. It just flows. But I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder. In the real world, people obviously don't spend every single dime they make on day one. So what happens to this perfect endless loop, this perfect balance of identities, if just one single coin goes into a piggy bank instead of going back to the firm? That little action is what economists call a leakage, and it completely changes the entire game. But to see exactly how the economy handles that, you'll have to join me for our next explainer. Until then, keep questioning how the flow really works.